Please click like and subscribe and that little notification bell for the next episode.
All right, we're standing inside what is the key to the whole theater. This was built back in 1932 as a Dickinson theater, and this is the one-screen part of our whole movie theater. This screen actually is a stationary screen like it used to be in the old days, but we occasionally do take that down and do some actual stage production here with musicals and so forth. There is a backstage here, if we can get to it. Yeah, not much. There's not much back there. It's got an upstairs where they actually changed in the old days. In the original days, they would change upstairs and be able to come down the stairs. They're very steep stairs, and they're very small rooms up there. The old projector room, like they used to do at the big reels, we are still in that technology, and it's not as old as they used to be, but it's still pretty archaic. It's the most important thing about a theater is the concessions, and we have a fully equipped concession stand with buttered popcorn, pop, and all sorts of treats for the kids.
Well, Scott and Nancy, I just want to say thank you for this great tour of your place. I really appreciate it.
You bet. It was great. It's great to have you here.
You're quite a spokesperson.
Oh, thank you.
The most famous thing for Webb City was the praying hands. The big, gigantic praying hands.
Oh, we're extremely proud of having the praying hands here in Webb City. It was a local artist, Jack Dawson, who did this many years ago, and it still brings crowds in to see it. It's a magnificent work of art. It's one of the things that people come to Webb City to see. It's just a magnificent piece of art. This was a lead mining area, lead and zinc, and the mines brought all the wealth to Webb City, the big, beautiful homes. We had the largest lead and zinc producing mines in the world. Most of this area is lead and zinc mines. We had our mining heritage, now we're losing it, but we remember what we came from. This railroad car, number 60, is an 1893 trolley. It was well used in this area. We have what we call the Polar Bear Express. We invite all the towns, anybody who wants to come here, get hot chocolate, and the kids get to ride with Santa Claus and the big polar bear, and everybody has a great time. So we're going to have to expand it into 2 to 3 nights this year because it's so popular, and it's all free.
Sister city to Webb City is Joplin. Now you'll note that Joplin is the city that had those tornadoes and was devastated by the tornadoes in 2011, the year after we filmed. We're at 66. Vince Lindstrom was the representative for the town at the time, and a very jolly man, almost looks like Santa Claus.
Santa Claus himself.
Hi, this is Vince Lindstrom, and I am just delighted to have you here in Joplin, Missouri. We are standing at a very special place. Today, it's right on Route 66, Main Street, Joplin, Missouri. But when Route 66 was in its infancy, the 1930s, the 1940s, this building was known as the Newman Building. In fact, the Newman Building was started in 1910. You can see the big N up in the glass, in the stained glass window. So it is, in 2010, it is exactly 100 years old. About 5 years ago, the decision was made to save this wonderful building and turn it into City Hall. Now, what a better place to have City Hall in Joplin than right here on Main Street, USA, right on the Mother Road, Route 66. The interesting part about this is when we talk about the early days of Joplin, Joplin was a boom town. It became famous because it was a mining town. And a lot of people made a great deal of money in the early days, and it was sort of a wild place, a typical boom town. So when Joplin turned 100 years old to celebrate its centennial, they thought, how can we really do that? And the decision was made, let's turn to our probably greatest muralist, Thomas Hart Benton, certainly from this area. And that's when we commissioned Thomas Hart Benton to create the first 100 years in Joplin. The mural really depicts in a typical Thomas Hart Benton way the kind of the wild days of early Joplin. but it also has the hard work of the mining days and those kinds of things. You'll notice there's a wagon up in the middle of the deal with a little boy in the back. Now, Thomas Hart Benton had 2 children, and his daughter had a little boy. His name was Anthony. Thomas Hart Benton asked his grandson to kind of be a model for the great mural. Anthony Benton Good was commissioned to do Joplin Route 66. You've got the Corvettes, Mickey Mantle, who's from this area. You'll notice down in this end, there's an old man with a mustache. That, my friends, is Thomas Hart Benton.